Okay, well I said we were done complex equations, but we're not quite done. There's actually one more step that we covered, and that's complex equations with expanding. You could probably just call them really complex equations. And none of this is anything you've never seen before. So, you probably recall how to expand an expression. And we had something that I liked to call, not that I made it up, but I do like to call it the rule. Right? So multiply everything on the inside by that number outside the bracket. So we end up with 2 times k, which equals 2k, and 2 times -5, which equals 10. So there we go. I've expanded. Okay. So what if this kind of thing up an equation? Well, it's kind of the same deal. So I could have something like this. 2. I'll use the same example. k minus 5 equals 3k plus 1. Well, before I start moving variable terms and constant terms around, I do want to expand this. So that's kind of a new thing. So let's expand this using the rainbow rule. So 2 times k, and you don't have to draw the arrow, that's just if it helps. 2 times k is 2k, 2 times -5 is -10. Good. 3 times k is 3k, and 3 times +1 plus 3. Okay, so now we've expanded, and we're done. Now this is just like any other complex equation. I can move the variables to the right side or the left side, it doesn't really matter, and then I move the constants to the other. So I'll have to change things up. Why don't we move all the variables to the right side? So we'll get rid of this 2k here. So I say -2k, -2k, and I end up with, once that cancels out, I end up with -10 equals 3k minus 2k. That's just a 1k. Now I'm going to move the 3 over, so I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. And I'm going to get k equals -13. Okay, but the only new part of this, the only thing that's new is this, that we want to expand first. So whenever you see brackets in a complex equation, you just want to get rid of those brackets as soon as possible. Now, you're probably thinking, hey, what about BEDMAS? What about those rules that I learned on showing everything in the brackets first? Well, when does that apply? Well, let's take a look at it. If I had 4 times k plus k minus 2 equals 6 plus 3k minus k minus k minus 1. Okay, whoa, that looks really complicated, right? Okay, well, like I said, we want to get rid of the brackets. Before we get rid of the brackets, we have to simplify everything inside. Okay, so we'll do it for now. K plus k is just 2k minus 2 equals 6 plus 3. K minus k is 0, minus another k is just -1k. So now I've simplified. Now I can expand. So 4 times 2k is 8k, 4 times -2 is -8, 6 plus 3 times k is -3k. So if I'm adding a -3k, I'm really just subtracting 3k, right? And then 3 times -1 is subtract 3. From this point forward, it's just moving constants to one and variables to the other. And I don't really need to show you another example of that. The thing to remember here is that when you see brackets in a complex equation, you want to simplify whatever is in the brackets first, then you can expand it, and then you can move on. And that's all.